Coming up, a matchup made famous in Super Bowl 34. The Rams got the best of the Titans in that one, but Tennessee has no plans of coming up short in this one. Next, on Sunday Night Primetime.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Tennessee Titans and the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
As we're off in Week 9. Taken at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14. So here are the Titans backed up to start this drive. They're led out by the NFL's MVP from 2019, now in his 4th season out of Louisville, Lamar Jackson.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here for the 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led by the Heisman finalist from a season ago, the rookie from Alabama, Mac Jones.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffling. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
From the 29, Jones completes it to Evan Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Now Jones. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
Jones from the gun on 3rd down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon McManus on for the field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
And McManus able to put it through. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive. Able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play. Not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
And this is going to be a Titans first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. That's on the big guard, Gabe Jackson. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They go play action now. Jackson. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Handoff comes to Chubb. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Well, Charles, you said you would be hesitant to throw it. They should run it. They did. Not only did they get space for their punter, forget that, they got a first down.
And I think that is a mild surprise because it's not exactly rocket science to think, run it here, don't throw it, take care of the football. I would have expected the defense to be a little bit better prepared than that.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll try the draw now with Chubb. A solid stiff arm. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, they showed a 5-receiver set, had the backfield empty, and lined the running back out to the left. Plenty for the quarterback to process both pre- and post-snap, but he was able to find his man, and it turns into a big play.
Chubb with a carry on first down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's 2nd down.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Jones going to look deep for Jeffrey. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Jones now to throw on 3rd down. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Now it's a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
McManus for the point after. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech. But I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Gurley. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Now we'll look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Second down and 8. They go play action with Jackson. Looking long for Thomas. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Now Jackson. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. Here's Johnny Hekker now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. $10-0 to score after one on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they sit now at 500 on the year. And, Charles, this was a team that really looked lost in that first month or so of the season. But they have had the hot hand lately, winning 3 straight.
I would agree. It's almost hard to believe that this is the same team because we followed them pretty closely throughout this season. And early on, I thought this is going to be a really tough year for this crew. So plenty of credit to them for turning the ship around.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Looking to throw. Jones. And he fires one, but incomplete. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. That's pulled in at the 32. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense set to go again. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Snead's got it. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The Titans on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They can use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Jackson to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. Here's Johnny Hekker now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. You start prorating these rushing numbers and looking ahead. He could be on pace for a 2,000-yard season. I don't want to jinx him, but what a year to this point.
But you just did.
Sorry?
That's okay. No, he can overcome that.
I'm not apologizing to you.
No.
Okay?
I like your attitude. But you're right. What's got to happen for it to actually occur? Offensive line has continued blocking the way they've been blocking. He has to stay healthy. But also, it's not just the idea that he's going to run the football, but you got to run it against numbers that dictate you throwing the football. Sometimes when you have 6 to block and you only have 5 guys, you've got to block them anyway, and he has to make someone miss as well the rest of the year.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Now Jones throwing on first down. Drops it off for Chubb. That catch good for only a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. Back to throw. Jones. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Here's Jones on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, very smart play right there. Pocket collapsing around him. Love the way he moved around a little bit and avoided the sack.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, LA! Chase Claypool, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Rams add on to their lead.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Man, this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff. They have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And exactly how fast was he going? According to Next Gen Stats, 21.7 miles per hour.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
From the 27, Jackson trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35.
Well, we've seen a lot of mistakes here this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
And they start in the best of all positions. 1st and goal.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Chubb.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
The kick by McManus is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Jackson's throw into the hands here of Hardman.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole.
Again, Jackson will keep it.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. From the pistol, it's Gurley. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley.
48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Jackson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Now Matt Prater for the point after. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a Tennessee score. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think they should take the ball to bed with you.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that breaks the tackle. He's got room to run.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones.
He targets Ingram for another grab.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. To throw again on 2nd down, Jones. Well, that was sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Back to throw. Jones. That escapes the sack. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
A 22-yard attempt.
And McManus able to put it through. And that will extend their lead even further.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Titans. And they did have some success running the football in those first 2 quarters. And that might be something they continue to work on as they try to get back in this game. Meanwhile, for the Rams, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he's getting close to that number 300. That's always kind of the benchmark for a great game for a quarterback, isn't it? 300 yards?
Similar to a runner going over 100 yards or a receiver having a 100-yard-plus day. For a quarterback to throw for over 300 yards or hit that number, that kind of separates you a little bit from just the average guys in the league. This puts you up there in the elites, and that's where everyone wants to be.
And a big reason why they're winning, obviously, too. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The 3rd quarter starts with a run by Chubb. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
5 yards remain on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
And again, it's Chubb. And some space here. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
74 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Chubb will get the call, running left. B.J. Goodson there on the tackle.
2nd down at 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
A give. This is Chubb. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 6 there on 1st. They go with Chubb on second down. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved.
Orlando Brown, the former Raven, the guilty party.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Looking to throw. Jones. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 18. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A gain of 6 there on first.
They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. First target, first catch, and a first down.
That's good.
They'll run with Chubb. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Nick Chubb hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Rams take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half. Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
First down and more for Jackson. And down to the 29-yard line.
24 yards the gain there. Another first down as well. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
59 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But it looked like the Titans were able to recover, and indeed, they will keep possession of the ball.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long.
Now a handoff for Gurley. Down to the 25. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Zadarius Smith has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that'll get this back down to a 20-point spread. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big run is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Jones from the gun on 3rd down. It's brought in by Jeffrey. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a 1st down. They're just 1 yard. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Jackson. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Jackson. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. They run the option on 2nd down. And the Rams defense gets to him again behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. On the handoff, it's Gurley. I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Throwing, Jones. Shakes off the sack. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be be third down.
He was covered by Josh Norman.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Fielded at the 43. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here.
Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. Now it's Jackson. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing is Jackson. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 17-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Jackson now. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. They were going for it on 4th and inches, now 4th and 5.
Yeah, everything had built to a crescendo, hadn't it? 4th and inches, I mean, we were coming out of our chairs up here. Now on 4th and 5, you've got to think about whether you want to go for it or not.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run it again with Chubb. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
130 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Handoff comes to Chubb. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Now Jones. He's going deep for Brown.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Jackson. They'll get this out to Gurley.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
To throw again is Jackson. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
He has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Here's Jackson to throw. Thomas has got it, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 29-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 18. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. It's complete, Stills. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. The quick slant caught, and it's a Titans touchdown. Mike Gesicki with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Titans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Extra point good by Prater, and that cuts this lead down to 13. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. So at the start of this game, it looked like the defense was wearing him down a little bit. Now you look at the numbers, that's kind of flipped.
Yeah, I agree with you totally, and his offensive line has really started to play well. And the best offensive line coaches that I've ever talked to, when they have great runners, you know what they tell their guys? Relax, you don't have to be perfect. Get as many guys as you can, but if you leave one free, the great runner will either make him miss or go through him. So don't worry about that. You don't have to be so precise. Just go ahead, block some people, try and create some room, and allow him to go to work.
Chubb with a carry on first down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's second down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They give the Chubb out of the gun, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. The kick by McManus is good, and that will swell the lead to 16. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away into 4.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
So Lamar Jackson in the offense, down by 16, 54 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
Well, for Lamar Jackson, we know all about how dangerous he is running the football, but he can really sling it as well, and he connects on a big one there.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Throwing, Jackson.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step 1, the touchdown. You need a 2-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if they're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for 2 again. That's why teams are practicing multiple 2-point plays.
We saw that in Super Bowl 51 with the Patriots getting a pair of big 2-point conversions. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and run it with Gurley. And they will get back to within 1 score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the 4th. And now we've got a 1-score game, and at least a little light at the end of the tunnel.
Is that what we call a glimmer of hope?
Glimmer of hope.
Because they've got to get an onside kick and then find their way into the end zone before time expires. Glimmer, or what's less than a glimmer?
I don't know. You're the one that knows all the big words. A sparkle? A sparkle.
Yeah, there we go. That's what we're going with.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating, even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground, but both really started to come in sync. So for Los Angeles, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year.